It's September 13th, 2022, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and I'm the Chess King. Speaking of royalty, you don't need me to tell you that Elizabeth II, Queen of Great Britain, Ireland, and the British dominions beyond the seas, defender of the faith, head of the Commonwealth, has died. Her regal title has passed to her 73-year-old son, Charles, now Charles III, King of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms, defender of the faith, and commander-in-chief of all British armed forces. And Andrew got the corgis. With the ascension of Charles to the throne, the British line of succession has been amended. Following Charles is his eldest son, Prince William. Then comes William's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and rounding out the top four, you guessed it, Screamin' Prince Louis! Sources say that Camilla, the Queen Consort, was seen with a Sharpie, crossing out her Duchess of Cornwall business cards and writing in, "I'm Queen, bitches!" Reports say that Prince Harry didn't get to say goodbye to Queen Elizabeth before she died because he came too late. Said Meghan Markle, "That's surprising, he usually comes too early." When asked, Joe Biden said that he will attend Queen Elizabeth's funeral. But, just like the girl who's always a bridesmaid, he swears he'll slap the next person that says, "You're next!" President Biden's alter ego, Dark Brandon, has flooded Twitter again after he did a horrible impression mocking Republicans who opposed his infrastructure bill. Apparently, Dark Brandon does crappy impressions and his eyes burn with fire. Those are cool superpowers. Well, one of them is. Ukrainian troops are reclaiming more territory previously controlled by invading Russian forces. Ukraine's prime minister is optimistic his forces will eventually land on Boardwalk and Park Place and control the most lucrative parts of the Monopoly board. We haven't yet given up on our efforts to send Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Tim Millard across the United States to help bring you the stories, sights, and sounds of America. This week, we decided to give him another form of transportation that will help him avoid traffic. Stay dry, Tim. According to a new forecast by the real estate website Redfin, the U.S. housing market will remain frigid because of rising mortgage rates. Meanwhile, European housing will remain frigid because Putin shut off their gas. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor unveiled a new bronze statue of herself in the Bronx, where she grew up. Sources say that the statue is encased in tamper-proof, bulletproof, pea-proof glass. Pea-proof glass. Now, they should put that all over New York City. Last week, video caught a bridge collapsing in the Congo during a ribbon-cutting ceremony. But don't worry, they said this will definitely be the last time they fasten a bridge with ribbon. TCM announced this year's November Classic Cruise will include actors Richard Dreyfuss and Chevy Chase. When I think of all the people I would never ever want to be stuck on a boat with, ranking very close to the top is Richard Dreyfuss and Chevy Chase. Tickets are on sale now for the triumphant return of the Grease parody Vape the Musical at the Village Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. Prices are only $20 until September 15th. After that, they go up to $29, so get your tickets now. Come see the show Grease doesn't want you to see. Vape the Musical, running Friday and Saturday nights throughout October. Head on over to sketchworkscomedy.com for info on Vape, classes, and upcoming shows. Vape the Musical, coming this October. This has been your Sketchworks Comedy gratuitous. Now, usually here on NewsBrake, we love to share the various boners made by Spirit Airlines. However, something heartwarming occurred this week. On a Spirit flight from Pittsburgh to Orlando this past Thursday, a 3-month-old baby stopped breathing. Thankfully, one of the other passengers was a retired nurse who stepped in and literally saved the baby's life. When the plane landed, the nurse, the mother, and the baby all received a special welcome, as well as a $50 medical emergency fee charged by Spirit Airlines. The baby was charged an additional $50 survival fee. This coming season, the National Hockey League will be implementing sponsor patches on player jerseys for the first time. While many hockey fans are upset by this development, many organizations are excited about the prospect of using the sport to reach a new audience. You can see a mock-up of one of these synergistic combinations right here. That was a triple take. Customs agents in Nigeria seized thousands of donkey penises due to be sent to Hong Kong for use as traditional Chinese medicine. What a bunch of dicks. A teenage boy in Lebanon broke the world record for identifying all of the world's flags in 4 minutes flat. He plans on celebrating this ability by remaining a virgin for many, many years to come. Pumpkin spice is one of the new words added to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. See also overrated and basic. Residents in Utah were alerted by the National Weather Service that a campfire smell would travel 500 miles from the Idaho moose fire. So there are moose on fire in Idaho? Ugh, that's not the kind of campfire I'd like to smell. In Warner Brothers' Multiverses fighter game, the character of Scooby-Doo's Velma had her ability to summon cops at will taken away in a new update. Thank you, Multiverses, for making it more difficult for a single woman to contact law enforcement when she needs to. In news that isn't really news, but we live in a world with a 24-hour news cycle, Britney Spears announced on Instagram that she chooses not to believe in God. God was unavailable for comment, but let me just say this to Ms. Spears. You can choose a ready guide in some celestial voice. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. You can choose from phantom fears and kindness that can kill. I will choose a path that's clear. I will choose free will. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. Tell her I can identify all the world's flags in 4 minutes. No, wait, don't tell her that. Okay, don't. Please, don't.
And I want to thank all of you, the cancer patients, survivors, caregivers, and don't jump from up there, okay? And all for all the leaders of science.